It has been nearly a year now since Bankroll Fresh was killed. Still, no one has been charged.
There was some sort of fight inside the Street Exec studios. Then some people left and returned with guns.
Trentavious Simon White Sr., born August 2nd, 1987, died March 4th, 2016. Full disclosure, today's feature was one of my favorite rappers coming out the South from the early to mid 2010s. The reason I liked him was because he had the total package, or at least the image he portrayed was that of what you would want from a Southern street rapper. He had the look, the attitude, respect in the streets, charisma, and his music was actually very good. Different, what I would call it, in sound, consistency, and the way he delivered it. I also liked the image he put forth on camera. Whatever it was, whether real or great acting, he looked the part when performing on screen. But one of those positive attributes was sadly to a fault. Like King Von, who's from a similar environment to most African American males, the community in which you grow can be very challenging to say the least. Not only do you have the same fight as other black males in America, but you also have to deal with your own kind potentially harming you, all while being feet away from that potential danger. It seemed Bankroll Fresh didn't quite realize what game he was playing in the environment he was playing in, and it cost him his life. Before that, Fresh was on his way. I first heard of him after Mike Will Made It took the hot at the moment producer torch, and one of his first viral songs and videos was with Bankroll Fresh in his song Screen Door. Fresh took off from there and began dropping street hit after street hit until one fateful night of that all getting to his head, he was gunned down in front of his own studio in his own city by his once close friend since 10 years old. His death was met again a lot like King Von, with cult-like fanfare and even members of the rap industry mourning and holding him to a certain respect. Had he been alive today and these reasons not happened, I think he could have been comparable to what young G.O.A.T became for the time he was hot. G.O.A.T made great music and was respected by his peers, but Fresh had the people and the potential to be next. Here are 3 reasons Bankroll Fresh's growth was stunted. It's your boy JC, Stunted Growth. Let's get it, man. Bankroll Fresh was an Atlanta-based rapper, West Side Zone 3 to be exact, but also frequented the 9, as they call it, to visit his childhood friend, rapper No Plug. He began taking his rap career seriously after linking with Gucci Mane on songs like Faces and Shooters in 2012 and 2013. Atlanta is known for its artists sounding similar but yet catchy, but Bankroll Fresh brought something different. His sound resonated with the hood and street guy mentality, and he began to get backing from major producers and artists like Future and aforementioned Gucci Mane. His first major single that put him on the map was Hot Boy, which he was allowed to shoot in rapper No Plug's hood, the 9. The stutter flow and deep rasp to his voice was missing on the Atlanta street scene, where rappers like Jeezy left off and carved a whole new lane for Fresh. Stunt number 1, swallowed by Atlanta. The first stunt in Bankroll, aka Young Fresh's life, was him allowing Atlanta to swallow him by staying too close to the wolves that even he knew at some point wouldn't want to see him win. He said in an interview that you get so hot at some point as an artist, attempts on your life are inevitable, or at least you'll be tested to where you may hurt someone for trying you because of your success in your own city. Knowing that and going out the way he did shows while he realized the problem, he didn't adjust the way he moved to curb it. As we'd see later, he died barking in the face of the trappings of Atlanta, which was complete contrast to the knowledge of what could happen he clearly had. He said that Atlanta had a void from 2007 to 2012 that he saw himself filling. Knowing rap was a way he could be the millionaire he wanted to be, he started using his spare time to hit the studio and make songs. It's when he stumbled onto his first hit song, Hot Boy. Right before then, he changed his name to Bankroll instead of Young, and it made him relatable to anyone. He began getting recognition in the streets, even outside of Atlanta, that only made him more focused. He dropped the mixtape Life of a Hot Boy, and the streets for a brief moment was his. And that's where the trap began. Lil Boosie is famous for his Vlad TV clip where he explains the dangers of getting too big for your city, leading to eventual jealousy and attempts on your life. It's something Bankroll too understood before Boosie even made that statement. But he continued to move around the city without the right protection and even began to have differences with eventual killer and childhood friend No Plug. For whatever reason, the two had disagreements that led to Bankroll being put out of No Plug's hood that led to his second growth stunt. Stunt number 2, confusing success as untouchable. I'm sure by now you've seen the video that shows the moments leading to Bankroll Fresh's death, and in the video you can see Fresh as the aggressor as he puts himself in direct harm's way. Like he and Boosie said, your success is not welcomed in the hood like you may think it is. When you yourself is doing the aggressive, non-rap related realignment of the potential danger, you obviously don't realize everything you have to lose. As the breadwinner, you shouldn't be approaching No Plug, who according to him, went to meet another friend at Bankroll's studio and was attacked by Fresh. Video in the studio shows just as much. Somewhere during the beating of No Plug, Fresh drops his handgun and both men tumble down the stairs. No Plug then picks up the eventual murder weapon, dropping his cell phones at the same time. He left the studio, but while in his car, realizes he doesn't have his cell phone. He tries to get his phones back, and Bankroll along with his crew weren't allowing that to happen because No Plug refused to return the pistol. Now standing in front of his studio with his crew pointing guns at No Plug's car, Bankroll Fresh is aggressively speaking in Plug's direction with an automatic style weapon and at some point shoots it at No Plug's car, hitting the rear door. Shots returned from No Plug's vehicle and hit Bankroll by ricochet off the metal door in the hip. After losing so much blood in the process of going to a hospital that wasn't equipped to help him, he was pronounced dead March 4th, 2016, just 2 years after his hit song Hot Boy dropped. Bankroll's actions in these moments let me know that success was potentially getting to his head, where he confused that with being untouchable. Instead of having one of his friends handle the situation and he keep making music, he took things in his own hands and was even the aggressor in his final altercation, leading to a self-defense ruling and No Plug never being arrested or charged with his death. Stunt number 3, his death. Yes, even in death, your growth can be stunted. Your representatives attempt to release postmodern music from your catalog that never hit the same without your energy behind it. And for an artist just beginning to break onto the scene, this can be the final ride. Like Pop Smoke, King Von, Nipsey Hussle, Juice WRLD, and countless others who passed away right before they became household superstars. Bankroll Fresh was the man up until the day he passed away. Unfortunately, he didn't have enough music that could last the test of time, although one album was released from his camp after he passed in 2020 called In Bank We Trust, and another is scheduled to be released in 2022. In Bank We Trust became an underground celebratory album but didn't make a mark on the industry as it would have back in 2016 or any time he could have been around to support it. That death was the first time for me a rapper passed away and I mourned as if I knew him personally, as did many. That's the effect he had through his music and testament to his potential growth as an artist. All in all, Bankroll Fresh and his story is an unfortunate one for him, his family, and the fans of his art. He was truly different and a talent I think will be sorely missed. No Plug went on to do interviews about the situation where he didn't seem at all remorseful, and affiliate 21 Savage even mocked Bankroll Fresh after, as fans didn't take too kindly to it and for the most part didn't give No Plug an air for his music career. The case was closed in 2018, and as it stands, Bankroll Fresh died and his killer got off scot-free. Great artist and charismatic personality, but for these reasons, his growth was stunted. Rest in peace, Bankroll Fresh. It's your boy JC, Stunted Growth, and I'm out.